So today on Project Shop we have a bunch of electrical gear that I picked up. Unfortunately, there's a bunch of aluminum in here, but we got some big boy 800 amp breakers, and this stuff was removed because it's that FPC or FCP. It's these style breakers, which are uninsurable because of the tendency to catch fire. These are actually really nice breakers. I might save those. But I can see why, because even though these are older style, this whole panel is made with aluminum, which really sucks. It looks like something was almost melting on there. I think the only thing in here that's copper and going to be worth anything is these little clips right here. I literally think all the rest of the stuff is aluminum, unfortunately. So we're going to get this out. We got some big boy 800 amp breakers. Unfortunately, all the lugs for those breakers are aluminum, which is crap. We'll get them out and liberate it from the steel, send the steel to the steel yard, and then you know, we'll do another video on those. I don't know if I'll have time to get to those today. We're going to do a clean up out here. We got a bunch of stuff. The neighbor moved out over there and piled a bunch of scrap up over here. I need to go through. I got to liberate those tires from them steel rims. This I need to get out back. This is the motor for the other F350. The motor and trans. The motor has a dead cylinder, I think. So it's a gasser. I'd really love to do a diesel swap if we can find a 7.3 and put in that OBS. It's a 1989, I think, or 99 or 90. It's an older truck, good condition though. I really like the body style and the look, but I don't like the gas engine, so I'm not even going to entertain trying to fix it. I do think the transmission is good, but we'll just we want to upgrade it. But that's a project for down the road. We got plenty of other things. One, we need to clean all this stuff out so we can get to this bay, because my forklift is in there, and we're going to start working on that thing. As soon as that's done, we can start working on this big trailer. I could use a forklift to pick that boom up off of there and clear that deck off, and we can actually use this trailer. This trailer got 10,000 pound axles on it. It's a heavy duty trailer, and I got some heavy duty stuff I need to go do. So for today, we're just going to clean up this, and I think we're going to move this closer to the door so I can test it, make sure it works. I'm going to put it back online one more time, see if anyone wants to buy it. If not, we're scrapping it. We're tearing it down. I'm going to pull the beck and burners out of it. I'll show you them later. And we'll get in here, and we're just going to, you know, maybe repurpose these bricks. Got a bunch of fire brick in there, a little deteriorated, but we might be able to do something with it. I don't know what that is, but I got to get all this shit cleaned up. We got a bunch of steel in the shop we got to get out. Got a bunch of steel on this trailer we're going to get out of here today, and then we're going to head to the steel yard. Okay, I got 2 drums of heavy steel we're gonna take, and I think I got a bunch of these. I think they should come out relatively easy. Maybe I'll put Oliver on this real quick. We want to pull this out. Maybe it's not going to come out relatively easy. I feel like that flathead is holding us down. Aha! And then there's a little copper in there and aluminum. That can go right to the steel yard. Let me get Oliver on that real quick. And then we're gonna load up the thing. I'm gonna look at, see what the neighbor has for us over here. Hey Oliver, come here for a second. Let you work in the shade for a minute. Come here. I got a bunch of these disconnects. Throw them in here for now. Right? Get them on the table. Make sure this is pulled back, because you know when that's like that, this won't open. Right? They teach you that in school. Take this out, right? That's got copper in it. This has got another one up here. This one, and then a flathead right here. This green. Oh, that someone already took that out. That should come out. Okay, that's gonna go. No, leave that. That's all steel. So go ahead and get them. There's a bunch in here. Maybe line them up. Stupid aluminum transformers. Yeah, that job. Pretty sure I checked them. That a job I did on the West Coast, there was only one transformer, I think, that wasn't aluminum. There you go, man. Set a bunch of those up here. Alright, we're going to come back later today and clean off this bench finally. But let's go out here, take a look, see what the neighbor left us. Okay, that's not mine. We're gonna clean this thing off too. Oh, look, we got an alternator. What else we got here? Is that a brand new condenser? An accumulator, brand new. Wow. We got a transmission. Okay. Some steel, a little bit of iron, aluminum. I think I actually sold these to him. They were part of that really high-end, is that steel or aluminum? It's a big, oh, is that an aluminum rim? Oh, heck yeah, man. Shit, the neighbor looked out. I don't know about that. We'll have to put a magnet on it, but we got some nice stuff over here. I don't know how we're gonna get it out, but I guess we'll go that way. We'll have to clear a path. I'm gonna take that apart, man. It looks like a lot of cast aluminum. I don't know how far. I've never taken a tranny apart before, but all this other stuff, I might keep this, but pretty much the rest of this stuff can go on the trailer today. We got we're limited time. We got to get on the road here soon. Scrapyard closes at 11:15, I think, on Saturdays. So we got to get out of here no later than like 10:15. I don't know if we're gonna have time to get all this stuff on there. We got I got to work on the drums of heavy steel. I'm gonna work on that now. Oliver's in there working on that other stuff. Put the 2 drums of heavy steel back here with the cherry picker, and then pile all that stuff back on here. Hopefully we can get steel sucks, man. We'll do this whole trailer. I doubt we'll get $200. We might get 200. We got a lot of that stuff. Is pretty heavy. So, oh yeah, we got all that stuff on my trailer too. We got to hustle, man. Check on Oliver, see how he's doing. Oh, he pretty much made light work of that. What do you think, man? Pretty easy? Here, man. Do more than one. Just set them off. Oh, that one's got copper fuses. All right, I'm gonna work on getting over here. Look at this mess, man. Everything is just a nightmare. We got to get all the way back there to that steel drum. I'm gonna see if the barrel dolly will pick that up, and we got to hustle, get this loaded, and get out of here. Okay, it's the next day. I'm back at it over here at the shop. I don't know how much time I have because the weather is kind of crazy. We got $190 for that steel that we took. Wasn't much, but what I want to do now is I need to get this into the back of the dually I have back there. I don't know if the neighbor could help me out with that now. I got to get the neighbor's forklift over here. But what I'm going to do is work on these tires and all these rims. So I'm not supposed to be like dumping tires, but I think if I cut them up, I'm thinking about cutting them up with the jaw actually. My neighbor's here, he has a machine over there. I might be able to at least break down all the car tires, because there's this, a set of truck tires, and a bunch of tires. I need to get these tires out of my life. And I want to clean this up. I need access to this bay, and I need to get this thing moved down. I think what I'm going to do is come in here with the pallet jack, jack it up, put it on blocks, and then try to come in from the pallet with the pallet jack this way, slide it down so that I can bring out some 220 and fire this thing up to see if it actually still works, because I got a guy that's, I've been going back and forth with him. He's from the Bahamas, and he really wants this thing. He didn't really have the $5 grand, or he didn't want to spend the $5 grand that I wanted for it.
He keeps offering me, well, he offered me like $2,000 at first, and I just kept blowing him off, and finally he's up to about 3,500 and he wants to come look at it. So I want to make sure it actually works, because I've never fired it up. The dude that I got it from, he said it worked, but I have no idea. It's been sitting here, could be rained out, like there's electronics in it and stuff. It's been sitting out in the weather, and we're in the middle of rainy season right now. So what I'm going to do is just clean up this area, move these tanks. I really got to get on, I got to see if that thing actually works. We're gonna have to bring that in the shop, see if it works. This other tank, what I want to do is actually just plumb my other air compressor into it for a storage tank, so that I can have a lot of volume of air. And it'd be nice to get this working, but when I spin that pump seems like it's got no compression. Seems like it's a cheapy Harbor Freight one. We might be able to just get another pump for it. It'd be nice to have another compressor just in case the other one. It's funny, I was in this shop for almost 1.5 years with only my little tiny compressor, my 110 one, and now that I have that big 220 compressor, I use it all the time. It'd be nice to have a backup. Oh man, we ain't got much time, man. It's getting black. So I'm gonna do what I can here. I want to load that steel up and at least get, maybe I'll talk to the neighbor about using his tire machine real quick. Okay, we are one step closer to gaining access to this bay. Got a transmission the neighbor left for me. Bunch of aluminum parts. These are the old bald tires from my trailer. These are them cages. I gotta modify them. I gotta see if the guy even still wants them. There was a discrepancy on how many cages the guy actually needed. We built, I think he can actually use 3 of them, but there's one extra that there's no home for. But all these need to be modified. They haven't even installed, I don't even think they installed any of the cages I built for them yet. So these kind of just been out here. I'm gonna have to cut them, clean them up, spray them. There's like 600 bucks sitting here. But this is what we're after right here. Oh, it's looking dry. Clean this up. We need to put some power to this. 208 volts. So we need to come in here in the bottom, put a cord on this. There might be a little diesel fuel in there, and we need to fire this thing up and see if it runs. Why does this look like someone crushed this? Oh, look at all these connections. It's like a wiring nightmare. Okay. So these are Beckett burners. These are high-end things, man. These are diesel burners, and I think I can get them to burn waste oil. We might just have to bypass all this electronic crap and just put switches on this thing so it's just on. Fuel pump, burner, ignite, and a push button igniter. All right, enough of that. Before we have like a catastrophic pour down, we're gonna go dismount these tires. I don't know if the neighbor's machine will do these. I'm not even gonna try. I think what I'm gonna do is cut them. Maybe I'll take the jaw and just snip it and hit it with a Sawzall or something, or maybe I can get the jaw to penetrate the whole thing. I don't know. Either way, we need to get over here and get these tires. My neighbors are cool, man. Look what he just gave me. Nice aluminum Kia rim to go with my
I don't know what this is, Grim. But we're gonna get these over here. While his air is building up. See the neighbor's shop, how dark it is in here. It's like super dark. See the contrast? 'Cause I put all my own LEDs up, man. Alright, we're gonna let these bleed out. Now the other neighbor gave me these. These were off of his Dodge truck. These tires aren't too bad, but I got nothing. They're just basic rims, so I don't know. I don't think anyone's gonna want them. I'll try to save the lead weights. I've been saving up some lead. I want to do a lead melt. Oh, that's what I'm gonna ask the neighbor. If he's got any lead I can have, or if he'll start saving it for me. These tires came off that generator that came from Steve's that we scrapped not too long ago. They're still holding there. But they're too, I just got no use for none of this stuff. And the scrap yard don't like tires. Alright, now let's get to work. Probably too dark to see anything in here. I'll go get my headlamp. That's a little better. One down.
these inside beads are breaking really easy. At least they have been so far. The outside bead is tough. Sorry, that was the other way around. Alright. Now we got a whole gang of tires to deal with. I'm not going to bother him with those. I think I'm going to torch the rim. Or maybe I'm just going to see if the jaw will penetrate it. Alright, I'm going to round up my rims real quick. And then we'll see what we're going to do with those other ones. Okay, so a couple things. One, it's freaking raining and we got lightning and thunder and lightning going on. Two, I decided that, let me come out here, it's raining. I'm trying to cover the GoPro. I decided, since I have so many tires, I'm not going to sit here and try to munch them up and sneak them in the dumpster. I'm just going to take them to the dump and dispose of them. I'll pay to get rid of them. Now these tires here, they came off a Bobcat or something. If you remember a while back, I came to the shop and someone had thrown a bunch of axles in my trailer. They were actually really nice axles.
looked like from like a Willys Jeep, or they were like heavy duty. They had like rear steer and all that stuff. Looked like someone was trying to make a buggy. Maybe that's what these were for. But it was actually Steve. Someone gave him a trailer, and he had a bunch of stuff he needed to clear off. He threw that in there and then left these tires for me to deal with, which I guess is okay because he gave me all that steel. But I was cutting them with the jaw, and at first, you know, it had no problem cutting through the rubber, but I was having a problem cutting through the metal. And on the last one I just did, I figured it out, because I was able to get what's left of the points to penetrate, but then it was spiking up at 10,000. And these are not 10,000, these are 5,000 PSI setups. You know, I got the wrong pump on it, but I just have to be mindful of what I'm doing. Now this one, because it's loose in there, I can probably get the jaw down in there and cut that. But what I found is, if I nipped it here and then penetrated it back here and then made like 3 little penetrations, then I could get it. The last one I was able to get fully with the jaw, which was awesome, because man, this is a pain in the butt to cut these with a Sawzall. So this one, because it's actually already broken the bead, we might just be able to cut it just a tire and not have to cut the rim. I don't know if I can get down in there, but it cuts through the tire like nothing. These rims were probably good. So were all them other rims, but I ain't got time to mess with this shit. I want to get this out of my life. You know, the benefit to using the jaw, now the problem is I can't see, for one. Problem is I can't get down in there. Yeah, man, I'm really missing the points. I can't get in the corner. I might actually have to nip it into the see, that bottom jaw is coming up. Maybe I can get it in there sideways or something. There we go. Come on, baby. Yeah. Crunch. Haha. I used to go to a gym called Crunch Fitness. This is much better. Okay, now. Yeah, I mean, the Sawzall was cutting the rubber relatively easy, but man, sitting there wasting the blade, and then it got pretty dull. When I was cutting through the metal, the awesome thing about these hydraulic cutters is they're just so versatile.
I'm getting soaked. All right, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this one. Oh, look at all that water coming out. Last one I had to get in there kind of sideways. Oh, come on, baby. Yeah. Get some. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Now that I'm completely soaked, whew. And then, for the most part, these things came right off. Shredded that. This one had they all had tubes in it, actually. I don't know if that's standard for bobcats or skid steers or whatever you want to call them. All right. Oh, hopefully the GoPro doesn't die. Got a whole trailer of tires, man. Oh. Look at that sunset over there. Whew. That's crazy. That's about the orangest I've ever seen it. That's pretty cool. Wow. That's really orange. All right, well, look at that. Clear path to my scrap transmission. And I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Did a good job cleaning. I'm soaked. I'm gonna have to go put some dry clothes on. And what I like to do, if it stops raining, I'm gonna jack that incinerator up, bring it down here close to the door, probably turn it around so I have the access. I can bring a cord over here, and we're gonna fire that thing up. I got a guy, he wants to come look at it. I want to at least start it up for him. The guy's been messaging me for like a month and about had it. I know he's from the Bahamas or whatnot, and he said he's got to come over here and take a look at it. I mean, if he had to buy it, man, that's 30 grand plus having it shipped. If he can get it for $35, you know, that's 90% off or something like that. I don't know. If not, we're gonna make one of the biggest burners you've ever seen on YouTube, and we're gonna repurpose that thing to melt aluminum and copper. But for now, I'm about done. If you come this far, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, because I just did a huge micro scrap. I almost cleaned off the bench. I mean, you can see the backside over there. It's almost clean. And we did some pretty good numbers. I mean, we were within our micro scrapping average, but there's like a quarter of the table still needs to be scrapped out. So stay tuned for that. We have all this electrical gear here. A couple 800 amp breakers. So stay tuned for that. It really is amazing the color of the sun there. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one.
I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrap yard. Watch it. Look, it's dancing. You ever seen your copper dance before? Whoa! Ah! All right. I really should put on my my fireman's helmet